Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to ollie on your fingerboard or tech deck. It's really easy. You can see mine has foam grip tape on it, but it's just as easy to do it with a hard plastic tech deck with the gritty grip tape. It's really a two-step process, and it's mostly about form and like your technique. And all you really do is you want to focus on your pop. You really want to hear that board snap on the surface you're ollieing on. You'll hear that. You really want to feel that pop. And the harder you pop, the more your board wants to go into the air. So once you just practice this, and you really want to feel your pop and hear it snap, then as soon as it's like this, the board is naturally going to go up. And really from there, you're just going to do a rainbow motion. You want to pop, and the board naturally wants to lift up. Once it tries to lift up, you'll feel it, and then you go for your rainbow motion. And it's not as hard as people think it is. Where I keep my fingers is right behind the trucks. And this finger, which I think this is your most important finger, it's all about the pop. I keep it right on the tip of my tail. Sometimes I'll even have a little bit hanging off. Usually I do that when I'm trying to do tricks. So you place your fingers right. You get that good snap. And just lift up and do your rainbow motion. Another easy way to learn is try to do a fakie. Because when you're going backwards and you get a good pop, the board naturally wants to go like this. And then from there, you're just carrying it over. Like you want to pop. And see how it just stands up on me? Just once you hear that pop sound, that's when you want to go for your motion. Another good way to practice is to get a surface with an edge on it, like this right here. And you're going to come off of it with your tail straight vertical, and it's naturally going to fall backwards. And you're going to lift it up and do your motion like that. It's a good way to practice and learn. So you'll come back. You can do it slow. You'll feel it go backwards, just like that right there. Vertical. You want to tilt it back just a hair and use your momentum to bring it up and flatten it out. It's a lot easier than you think. And even if you got a junky tech deck that has no movement at all, and you can tell it's a lot smaller with the bad grip tape. Foam helps a lot, it really does. But you can easily do ollies with this kind of board. It's all in the pop. It's all pop. I mean, you can see that when I smack down, the board naturally just wants to fly into the air. Once you get your pop and your forward motion down, your ollies will go from like this to, I mean, within 30 minutes, you can just be jumping as high as you want. And I think the best way to do it, to learn, either go fakie or do it off of a surface like this right here. A lot of the times it's nice too to jump down off of something, because all you really got to get right is your pop. You want to hear and feel that hard pop, and just the momentum is going to throw it into the air. And then from there, you're just going to carry it down. Just get a good pop. See how I landed real bad? You just want to get a good pop, and it'll jump right down. And I think it's really just a two-step process of popping and rainbow motion. The harder you pop, the higher you're going to get your ollies. And the more your fingers are kind of balanced in the middle where they're supposed to be, like your form, the more control you're going to have. And you can do things like this, like that. Practice small, you know, fakie, get a good pop, fakie, pop. You can just do this right here. You'll see it just naturally wants to jump. You can see my trucks literally lifting off the ground. So the harder you pop, the board just naturally is just going to jump. And then from there, that's all just your motion. Pop. And once you go from alling this high into the air, I mean, it's very soon you can get them, you know, rather high. And then from there, it's all in your form. Usually, you know, as hard as you pop, about how you're going to peak out. And you really don't want to try to go much higher than that, because the board, you'll see, the board will just kind of fall off your fingers. So when you get a rather hard pop, you can go high. And now if I soft pop, you can tell I just don't peak out nowhere near as high. But you just got to keep practicing. Try fakie. Try off of objects. Sometimes it's nice to have like a little barrier, and your brain just knows like, hey, I got to get over this. And you get that good pop, and you can just, you know, if you pop hard enough, you can just nearly drag your hand over, and it's going to follow it. Hopefully you guys learned something, and thanks for watching.